There you're watching Nightline. I'm Anita. The headlines. Government unveils relaxed restrictions for those fully vaccinated. We begin with this good piece of news. The Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah and the Raja Permaisuri Agong Tunku Hajah Azizah Aminah Maimunah Iskandariyah have congratulated national track cycling ace Datuk Muhammad Azizulhasni Awang for winning silver in the men's keirin at the Tokyo Olympics on Sunday. In a statement uploaded on Istana Negara's Facebook page, Their Majesties expressed their joy and pride over Datuk Azizulhasni's success in clinching the medal for the national contingent at the world's biggest sporting event, thus making history for the country's track cycling sport and bringing up Malaysia's name on the world stage. Al-Sultan Abdullah and Tunku Hajah Azizah also described Datuk Azizulhasni's achievement as a very meaningful success for Malaysia and expressed their highest appreciation to Youth and Sports Minister Datuk Sri Rizal Merican Naina Merican, as well as the national track cycling coach and the entire national contingent at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. Their Majesties prayed for all national athletes to continue to achieve outstanding success and bring glory to the country in the upcoming tournaments. Also congratulating Datuk Azizulhasni was Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin. The Prime Minister said the national cyclist's success would definitely add cheer to the Malaysian contingent.
Saya juga nak menyatakan rasa bangga kerana apapun bagi kami you hero lah, ya, Datuk Azizulhasni. Walaupun saya mengikuti daripada jauh, tapi saya faham tentang ini kerana saya pernah jadi Menteri Belia dan Sukan. Lagi seronok dengar you kalahkan juara dunia daripada Belanda ni. Yang patut dia jadi gold medalist. So itu satu bukti. Kena tundukkan jagoh daripada Britain. So you are the real orang kata champion for us in Malaysia. Tapi apapun ini satu pencapaian yang cukup membanggakan. Of course the next Olympic, I pray that we should get the first gold for Malaysia. And it must come from keirin. Inshallah, ya.
Tan Sri Muhyiddin also conveyed his greetings to Muhammad Shah Firdaus Sarom, who overcame pain to compete in the quarterfinals. Shah, however, missed out on the semi-finals after finishing last in Heat 2 of the quarterfinals. After more than 2 weeks of awesome sporting action, the Tokyo Games drew to a close on Sunday with an understated and sparsely populated closing ceremony due to the COVID-19 outbreak. Held in a new normal, the ceremony kicked off with a video showing some highlights from the events of the Games, followed by a fireworks show that lit up the sky. And flag bearers from each country walked in together in a parade of colourful flags. Unlike the opening ceremony, when each walked in as a group with their compatriots, the athletes this time all walked in at the same time. After a series of cultural shows, dances and songs, the programme then ended with a handover to the Paris organisers and a preview of the Games there in 2024. Finally, the Olympic flame slowly flickered out, officially drawing the Tokyo Games to a close. Still ahead on Nightline, Malaysia reports highest daily COVID-19 death toll. Stay tuned. Welcome back. The government has announced some relaxation of the standard operating procedures, SOPs, for individuals who have completed their COVID-19 vaccination, which includes allowing inter-district and interstate travel for all long-distance married couples who are fully immunised. The leeway is applicable to all residents nationwide and regardless of each state's current phase under the National Recovery Plan (NRP), effective August 10th. Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin, in announcing the highly anticipated relaxation on Sunday, said the same privilege also applies to fully vaccinated parents to visit their children who are below 18 years old.
Kemudahan-kemudahan yang dimaksudkan secara amnya adalah seperti berikut. Kena dengar baik-baik. Yang satu, pengembara warga negara dan bukan warga negara yang mempunyai kediaman di Malaysia, termasuklah PR dan Malaysia My Second Home, yang pulang ataupun tiba dari luar negara dan telah mendapat vaksin dos lengkap, dibenarkan untuk menjalani kuarantin wajib di rumah saja dan diberikan perintah pengawasan dan pemerhatian di rumah atau HCO digital.
Speaking in a special televised address on easing the restrictions for fully vaccinated individuals, the Premier added prayers will also be allowed in mosques and suraus involving fully vaccinated congregants.
Pihak masjid dan surau perlu pastikan SOP berkaitan dengan protokol kesihatan awam seperti pemakaian pelitup muka, penjarakan fizikal dan juga pastikan jemaah terus pulang setelah selesai solat. Keduanya lah jemaah yang hadir untuk menunaikan solat mestilah menunjukkan pada petugas masjid dan surau sijil digital vaksinasi COVID-19 ataupun digital certificate COVID-19 vaccination yang menunjukkan bahawa individu tersebut telah menerima vaksinasi yang lengkap. Dan ialah kemudahan ini juga diberikan kepada penganut bukan Islam untuk menghadiri rumah-rumah ibadat. Dan ialah pelaksanaan kemudahan ini adalah tertakluk kepada pihak berkuasa agama negeri dan Kementerian Perpaduan Negara bagi rumah ibadat selain daripada Islam.
The Prime Minister further clarified that an individual is considered fully vaccinated after fulfilling certain criteria. For those who receive vaccines that require 2 doses, such as Pfizer, AstraZeneca and Sinovac, they're considered to be fully vaccinated after the 14th day of receiving their second dose, whereas for single-dose vaccines, such as Johnson & Johnson and CanSino, they're considered fully vaccinated after the 28th day of receiving their jab. At the same time, the government has also eased some restrictions in the social sector for fully vaccinated individuals in states under Phase 2 and above of the NRP. Tan Sri Muhyiddin said this includes allowing inter-district travel and dine-ins by presenting their COVID-19 vaccination digital certificate.
Jika dibandingkan dengan aktiviti sosial yang lain, aktiviti dine-in ini sememangnya mempunyai risiko yang agak tinggi. Inilah kerana pelitup muka akan dibuka ketika makan dan juga ketika berbual dengan teman semeja. Dan ini mungkin mendedahkan individu tersebut kepada jangkitan COVID-19. Sehubungan itu, saya ingin menasihatkan orang ramai untuk dine-in ini apabila perlu sahaja dan tidak meluangkan masa yang terlalu lama. Orang ramai juga dinasihatkan untuk take away jika situasi mengizinkan. Pilihlah premis-premis yang punya sistem pengudaraan yang baik dan terbuka. Ketiganya, saya juga ingin menyarankan kepada pengusaha-pengusaha premis kedai makan supaya menyediakan lebih banyak ruang tempat makan di bahagian luar premis bagi pengudaraan yang lebih baik.
He added non-contact sports and recreational activities not carried out in groups are also allowed from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m, as well as tourism activities involving homestays and hotels within the same state. At the same time, the relaxation in the economic sectors for fully vaccinated individuals will be announced soon, as it is still under discussions and being considered by the National Security Council. Before wrapping up his special address, Tan Sri Muhyiddin stressed that allowing such relaxations for fully vaccinated individuals does not mean that other current SOPs can be neglected. He also warned that the government will not hesitate to revoke the relaxation of restrictions given if there is non-compliance of guidelines and SOPs.
Jika berlakunya jangkitan di premis yang menikmati kemudahan-kemudahan ini, Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia terutamanya akan segera mengambil langkah sewajarnya, termasuk melakukan penilaian semula risiko serta tidak menolak kemungkinan menutup serta-merta premis atau kawasan yang terlibat selain mengeluarkan kompaun kepada pihak yang dikenal pasti melanggar SOP. Kita sebagai rakyat Malaysia mempunyai tanggungjawab bersama dalam usaha mengatasi pandemik COVID-19 ini. Sememangnya lah kemudahan ini adalah bukti kepercayaan kerajaan bahawa rakyat yang sudah menerima vaksinasi lengkap boleh membuat pertimbangan risiko kendiri yang rasional, yang bijaksana dalam nak menghadapi ancaman virus COVID-19 yang kini sudah berleluasa di dalam komuniti kita. InsyaAllah kita menang bersama. Sekian, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah.
Malaysia on Sunday recorded its highest daily COVID-19 death toll since the pandemic hit the country last year, with 360 fatalities. Health Director General Tan Sri Dr. Hishamuddin said this brings the total number of COVID-19 deaths in the country to 10,749. In a statement, he added that daily new infections dropped slightly to 18,688 cases within the last 24 hours, bringing the cumulative total of positive COVID-19 cases in Malaysia to 1,262,540. He also said that there are now 225,393 active COVID-19 cases in the country, with Selangor still recording the highest number of new infections at 6,565. Malaysia also reported 17,055 recoveries, while the number of patients at intensive care units, ICU, remained in the 4 digits, with 1,095 patients currently being treated, including 571 needing respiratory assistance. Out of the 39 new clusters, 18 are related to workplaces, whereas the country's COVID-19 infectivity rate, or R0, is currently at 1.08. Datuk Sri Hishamuddin Tun Hussein on Sunday said the unity of ASEAN has enabled it to collectively overcome challenges ranging from global financial crises to climate change and now the COVID-19 pandemic. The senior foreign minister also said ASEAN will never relent and will remain steadfast to overcome this great challenge together with the rest of the world and emerge stronger. In his message in conjunction with ASEAN's 54th anniversary, Datuk Sri Hishamuddin said the impact of COVID-19 on lives and livelihoods have been devastating, from the overstretched capacity of the healthcare sector to the loss of earnings. The emergence of new variants of the virus and the prospect that the disease would become endemic also required governments all over the world to rethink their strategies. Despite this, ASEAN has taken proactive steps through a series of engagements and information exchange among member states and external partners with the purpose of enhancing regional capabilities in prevention, detection, response and readiness to address the outbreak. Datuk Sri Hishamuddin added ASEAN had also implemented several strategies and frameworks to face the imminent rise of COVID-19 while mitigating its impact on its economy and ensuring the well-being of the people. During the special ASEAN summit on COVID-19 in April 2020, ASEAN leaders had unanimously agreed on the critical need for its member states to focus on tackling the economic and social ramifications of the pandemic, while working towards a post-pandemic recovery plan for the region. Subsequently, the ASEAN Comprehensive Recovery Framework, ACRF, which serves as a guide for strategic directions and focus for pandemic recovery as well as support in ASEAN, was adopted during the 37th ASEAN Summit and related summit in November last year. Coming up after this breather, 6 civil servants among dozens arrested at Johor Bahru Entertainment Centre. Don't go away. Thanks for staying with us. Nightline continues. 6 civil servants were among 68 people nabbed in a police raid at an entertainment centre in Johor early Saturday morning. Various drugs, including ecstasy, shabu, marijuana, ketamine and Eramin 5 pills worth 152,000 ringgit, were also seized during the operation. State Police Chief Dato' Ayub Khan Maidin Pichai on Sunday said the 1:30 a.m. raid was carried out at a night spot in Johor Bahru by a special police task force. He said the civil servants were among 45 men and 23 women, aged between 17 and 45 years, who were detained at the premises.
Daripada saringan urin yang dibuat, 41 individu positif dadah. Terdiri pada 30 lelaki, termasuk 4 pejabat awam yang kita tangkap tersebut dan 11 perempuan. Manakala 1 pejabat awam pula ditangkap atas kesalahan memiliki dadah.
During the raid, authorities also arrested a 51-year-old suspect known as Doctor, who supplies drugs to entertainment centres. Following his arrest, cops detained another 2 suspects, aged 31 and 28. Police also seized a BMW car and more than 1,000 ringgit cash. The entertainment centre is also being probed for operating without a licence and for violating the standard operating procedures under the National Recovery Plan, NRP. All the suspects have been remanded between 1 and 6 days from August 7th to 12th. The case is being investigated under the Dangerous Drugs Act, the Immigration Act, the Johor Entertainment and Entertainment Centre Enactment, as well as the Prevention and Control of Infectious Diseases regulations. Meanwhile, in Selangor, 2 cops were killed in a road accident while chasing illegal motorcycle racers on the Kajang Silk Highway in the wee hours on Sunday. Both victims, 36-year-old Sergeant Muhammad Arif Ahmad Yassin and 26-year-old Constable Muhammad Muradzi Muhammad Nawi, died on the spot. District Police Chief Assistant Commissioner Muhammad Zaid Hassan in a statement said the 1:30 a.m. incident occurred when one of the victims, a traffic policeman, crashed into the motorcycle ridden by his colleague from the Criminal Investigations Department. The duo sustained fatal head injuries from the impact. Their remains were then taken to Serdang Hospital for post-mortem. Authorities said the route was frequently used for illegal racing. The incident is being investigated under the Road Transport Act. Whereas over in Johor, a Rohingya man nicknamed Long Tiger pleaded not guilty in the Tangkap Magistrates Court on Sunday to criminal intimidation and wrongful confinement of a former worker last month. The 32-year-old Abdul Hamid claimed trial after the charges were read to him before Magistrate Wan Nur Fariha Najwa Wan Azham. He was charged with committing the 2 offences on 21-year-old Luqman Hakim Othman, a local, at a premises in Bandar Baru, Bukit Gambir on July 12th. Both charges framed under the Penal Code provides a jail sentence or a fine or both if convicted. The court did not allow bail and set September 8th for mention. The accused previously sparked controversy after he allegedly made a slanderous statement against a police officer from the Tangkap District Police Headquarters. Still to come on Nightline, Saudi Arabia opens Umrah pilgrimage to vaccinated foreigners. Don't go away. Welcome back. On the foreign front, Saudi Arabia will begin accepting vaccinated foreign pilgrims seeking to visit the Islamic holy city of Mecca. The announcement on Sunday came around 18 months after the kingdom closed its borders due to the pandemic. State media reported that authorities in the ministry responsible for coordinating foreign pilgrims will from Monday begin gradually receiving Umrah requests from various countries around the world. Citing Saudi Deputy Minister Abdul Fattah bin Sulaiman Mashad, the report states any foreign pilgrim must be immunised with a Saudi-recognised vaccine and agree to undergo quarantine. Permits will initially be granted to 60,000 Umrah pilgrims per month, but that number will gradually be increased to 2 million per month. Before Sunday's announcement, only immunised pilgrims resident in Saudi Arabia were eligible for Umrah permits, though the Hajj has taken place in a scaled-down form since the pandemic began. Over in Greece, thousands of people have fled their homes on the island of Evia as wildfires burned uncontrolled for a 6th day on Sunday, with ferries put on standby for more evacuations after taking many to safety by sea. According to local authorities, Greece has deployed the army to help battle the fires, and several countries, including France, Egypt, Switzerland and Spain, have also sent help, including firefighting aircraft. As of now, more than 570 firefighters are battling the blaze in Evia. Wildfires have erupted in many parts of the country during a week-long heat wave, Greece's worst in 3 decades, with searing temperatures and hot winds creating tinderbox conditions. That's it for Nightline this time around. Now it's the end of an era. Yes, Lionel Messi is finally leaving Barcelona with a heavy heart after winning 34 major trophies with the Catalan club, following financial issues that left the Spanish giants unable to pay the Argentinians' wages. And the tears proved his endless love for the club as the Camp Nou legend wept while bidding an emotional farewell to his club of 21 years. As we wrap up, we leave you with the greatest applause of all time. I'm Anita. Thank you for tuning in and be well, Malaysia.